Yo, what is going on? PartTimerZack here. In today's video, I wanted to talk more about punishing Gray Raven. So I wanted to go into more detail about summonings and kind of how to build your currency and what you're going to be expecting to use that currency on in the next month. But anyway, guys, before we go ahead and jump into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the content, as well as summoning the channel if you're new. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So first and foremost, the speculated unit that's actually going to be coming is Alpha. So she initially dropped on every version of the game within a month of the game, or at least a little bit after a month. And she's going to be like our first real premium banner, because Lee right now is actually on the banner, but I don't really recommend, rolling on his banner, mainly because Alpha kind of takes over his spot. And so you're going to be kind of in a buyer's remorse, essentially, if you do that. But basically what you want to do right now is just hold on to these black cards. This is going to be the currency that you're able to transform into the premium currency. But I really want to talk about real quickly, though, how to kind of get these. And the most important thing to do is start right now, because the novice missions only last 7 days, and this is going to be a really good way to kind of get it, because as you can see, you can go back, if you did miss yesterday like I did, unfortunately you can't go back at any point in time, but after the 7 days I'm pretty sure it's gone and you can't do it. So you really don't want to wait until the 7th day to go back and try to do it all. But as you can see, you can get 50 from each one of these little things here, and a lot of this stuff kind of happens whenever you're going through the campaign, but you kind of want to just keep it in the back of your mind to check this and see what's going on. As you can see at the bottom here, you also get a couple different rewards for doing it. So all around, it's just really good value for you to kind of check out, especially in your first 7 days. So the next way to get it is your weekly. So this week is actually a little bit short, unfortunately, because it did drop today. So you're going to be a little bit behind when it comes to weeklies, and a lot of people probably aren't going to be able to participate in this week unless you're really grinding through the story and you're able to get a lot of this stuff unlocked, because a lot of this stuff is just kind of contingent on how fast you can get through the story and how you can unlock certain parts. So like pain stages and stuff like that unlocks at like 4-7 or something like that of the story. And so this is going to be a good way to go through your weeklies and get quite a bit of currency, as you can see, whenever you do a lot of different things. So just kind of prioritize doing your weeklies, and then dailies is going to be the next thing. Well, this only gives like 30 a day. So I think it's like, 5, 10, and then 15, right? So that's going to be 30 for a total amount there, obviously. So you can kind of get quite a bit of stuff from doing your dailies and weeklies. So that's really important. Also pay attention to these events, because I think at level 10, you get 2,500 for your mainstay banner, which we'll talk about when we jump into the banners. And then you actually at 35 get 2,500, which is essentially a multi for your actual premium banner, which can go towards Alpha. So it's really kind of important to kind of level up as you kind of progress. Obviously, you have a little bit of time before Alpha comes, but getting through this the fastest you can is kind of a good thing for you, especially because you get quite a bit of resources. And then again at 50, you get another for that mainstay banner, which we'll talk about here in a second, and we'll actually jump into it actually right now. So let's go ahead and switch over here. So basically, we're going to talk about these two events here in a second, but I want to talk about the base. So that blue currency that I was talking about, this is essentially what you're going to be using it on, and this is your first 40 pulls for a guaranteed 100% S, and this is what you're going to be kind of using these blue currencies on. And so there's a couple ways to grind it. I actually don't have bounties open, so after you get to a point in the story, you walk through a part that's called bounties, and it'll give you a lot of missions to kind of rack up this currency a little bit. And that's kind of what you want to focus on at the very beginning to get this currency, because you do not want to use your black cards if you can help it. You really don't want to use it, because this is going to be something you're going to want to keep, especially with going into Alpha and stuff like that. So essentially you want to be grinding that and getting your blue cards and then doing your rolls, which we're going to be doing a roll here in a minute. But I do want to talk really quickly about these two events. So as you can see, Lee is on it. Again, I really recommend kind of not doing Lee right now and just kind of holding off to it, because right now Alpha is going to be coming in the next month, and they're going to be kind of structured in the same way when Alpha drops. And what I want to explain, because you might be like, why is there two versions of the same kind of event essentially? So basically this one actually has a lower pity here for you, and it has a lower drop rate, unfortunately. So as you can see, you actually only need 60 attempts to get a guaranteed S, and then you have a 70% chance out of that to get a Lee or Alpha or whoever's on the premium banner. But as you can see, if you go into drop details, the actual rate just without the pity at all is a 0.5%. So you can see that it's a little bit of a, oh, well, that kind of sucks, because you only have a 0.5% chance. However, you have a little bit better of a pity here, and so I kind of prefer that. I would rather go to 60, because most of the time in gacha games I end up going to pity anyway, and so I'd rather just go to 60 and get my guaranteed S and hope for Lee or hope for Alpha or hope for whoever's on the premium banner at that point, then go to this one. So basically this one's flip-flop. So essentially this one goes to 80 or 100, and you have an attempt of getting a guaranteed S, obviously there, with the same 70% being Lee. But if you go into your actual drop details, right, so this is a 1.5% chance. So anything under 80 to 100 is going to be at that 0.5% chance. And so you have a pity, a really higher kind of, pity there. And it's kind of up to you whether the way that you want to gamble, essentially, right? So as you can see, these are the tickets that you get at level 35. And that's why it's kind of important to kind of hang on to them when Alpha comes, because they're going to be using the same tickets. But in my recommendation anyway, again, it kind of depends on how you want to gamble. Obviously, I would go for the lower pity just because I always hit pity anyway. And so I'd rather hit 60 than 100. But let's go ahead and jump into these bases here and go over some different summons, or at least go into some summons, I suppose, and see what I can kind of get. So you're guaranteed an A or above on every 10 attempts. So I'm going to guarantee an A here. Hopefully we get an S. That's kind of what we're hoping for. I'm personally not re-rolling. I'm just kind of going with what I got because, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm just going to end up trying to get every character anyway. So we'll kind of see. So let's go ahead and just spin it for a win it. I'm not necessarily sure what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it's like super glide. Oh, that might have been an S actually. I'm not necessarily sure. We'll see. If I got an S, I would be very happy because that's not even my guaranteed. So if I get an S from this, I can get another S from the actual guaranteed. So we'll see. But we got some materials. Is this an S? Oh my God, is this? Oh, it's A. Okay, yeah, well, that was our guaranteed A, so that's not bad though. I actually wanted to make a review on her because I have a lot of questions about her, if she's a good unit. So obviously you start off with the B unit, but I think that's all I got, isn't it? I think that was the glimmer. So it's kind of hard to tell between an S and an A glimmer. Oh, yes, yes. Let's go. Yes. Oh my God, I got a yes. I got a yes. I got a S. Cam. Oh my God. Okay, that's actually kind of insane. So obviously that worked out pretty well. So that must have been, I don't know. I was kind of hard to tell whenever I was looking at it. I was like, I can't tell if that's an S or not. So yeah, we got pretty good luck there. I really want to do a review on Lucia though, because that's one of the characters that a lot of people are getting for A rank. Oh my God, I'm actually super pumped. So, was that my guaranteed? Oh, maybe that was my guaranteed. Does that count? Maybe it does. I don't know, because I don't see it anymore. So maybe that's just my guaranteed. I mean, we'll just do a couple of these pulls anyway, because why not? We'll just finish the rest of it. I'm guaranteed that we're probably just going to get something bad. I'm going to skip through these because I'm going to guess that they're just going to be, yeah, it's going to be a shard. So basically we're just looking for anything that is not purple, which I mean, I'll just skip through these if they're shards. Aren't bad though. I don't mind shards. Okay, so that was pretty much our guaranteed S right off the bat there, which, you know what, I'm not mad. Oh, all right guys, so here's who I actually got. So it cut out for some reason whenever I actually got her. I think I accidentally pressed skip. So I got her, Lucia, and then I got Cam. So I'm going to be using my S. I'm not necessarily sure on who yet, so I'll kind of determine that, I guess, when I get there, but that's pretty pumped. So overall, I think I'm pretty happy with the summoning. So anyway, guys, that's just what I wanted to talk about and go over with the summonings. Again, just use your black cards wisely and kind of hang on to them whenever you get into some different things. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.